Hey everyone, Chaos Cross here with the next episode of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. In the last episode, we were able to beat the first two members of the Elite Four, Lorelei and Bruno. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and take on the next two members of the Elite Four. But while we do that, we got a special guest here to talk about what happened last week.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Old School Matt.
And yeah, we're going to talk about what happened during last week's Pokemon Day. And honestly, it was both equal parts boring and exciting. Okay, so before we do this, let's go ahead and get started with this battle, and we'll talk in between, well, during that. All right. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once so tough and handsome. That was decades ago. He is a shadow of his former self. Now he just fiddles with his Pokedex. He's a fool. Pokemon are for battling. Chase, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. Okay, while that happens, let's go ahead and talk about what was announced. First, there was a lot of stuff, talked about for the mobile games. As someone who was into it, I'll, pretty much leave a discussion with it, and also, you can give a couple tips about it. First, for Pokemon Sleep, which I put a while back, it was announced that both Cresselia and Darkrai are coming in. That's fine. I mean, it was a fine game, but honestly, the one thing is, I wish you could transfer Pokemon out of it. Okay, so first off, she's got an Arbok. It's a level 53 with the moves Flare, Crunch, and Poison Jab. Okay, so then there was, let's see, announcements for the,
I've actually got the list for Pokemon Day right in front of me that I sent you.
Alright, what you got?
Alright. They introduced more episodes of the Pokemon
Pokemon
stop motion.
Concierge.
Thank you. Which, I'll be honest, I've never seen myself. I've heard mixed things, but it's interesting.
It was fun when I first watched it, but I just never really got into it after.
After that, we had the Pokemon Go Universe. They kind of botched a little bit.
Okay. I got out of it a while back.
What they accidentally did was they made the tickets where the tickets weren't working properly, so they gave the legendary rewards away free to everyone.
Oh wow!
Even people who didn't get them. And I capitalized on that.
Oh yeah. All right. So real quick, our next one is a level 33 Gengar with the moves Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Sludge Bomb.
Now this game pays a lot of tribute more towards Generation 1 than the remakes, because in Generation 3 during the remakes, Gengar had the ability Levitate, which would have made it immune to ground type moves.
Yeah, it
but
was.
in Gen 1, since Levitate didn't exist, and it's paralyzed.
It was paralyzed after Arbok used Flare on it. So it's been like that for a while.
The weird thing is, you can make the argument Agatha's more of a poison type master than a ghost type.
Yes, she is. However, given that this is Gen 1, Gengar is really the only one.
True.
But I get why she's using poison. Alright, let's see, then for the game Pokemon Masters EX, they added 3 new Master Sync pairs. That being Brendan with shiny Primal Groudon,
May with shiny Primal Kyogre,
and Steven with shiny
Mega
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza.
Yes. Like, I'm real quick. I got introduced to the Pokemon in Generation. First ever one I actually played was Green. But the one I really fell in love with was Pokemon Emerald. It is by far one of the best games that they've ever made. And honestly, like, they are missing out by not capitalizing.
Myself, I got introduced to Pokemon, and I don't think I've told this story. My first Pokemon game was actually Pokemon Snap.
I'm not judging you. It's just interesting. First game.
When I get into the actual games, though, I played Stadium before I ever played an actual Pokemon.
Oh, and also this year is a level 53 Weezing with the moves Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. Okay, so you were saying about Snap and all that?
Yeah, I got my start with Snap. I didn't actually play a mainline Pokemon game until I was in 6th grade.
Huh.
What was the... And we graduated, what, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
So, I played my first real Pokemon game 18 years ago.
Wow.
And that was Pokemon Red.
Oh.
I technically I borrowed from my cousin. I let him borrow one of my games. He lost my game. Next up, for second Gengar.
Yep, second Gengar, which is level 54, with the moves Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, and Dazzling Gleam. Kind of weird for it to have a fairy type there.
But he lost my game, so I got to keep his. And I played Red religiously for about a year. Then I traded that copy of Red and like $20 and got my first copy of Crystal, which anyone who knows me is my favorite Pokemon.
Yes, I do. In fact, I see it up in here on your little shelf.
Yeah, I have Pokemon Crystal currently loaded onto my Game Boy player for my GameCube.
Alright, and we have one left here for Agatha. We're doing a lot better compared to Bruno, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
And last one is Golbat. Golbat is level 53 with the moves Air Slash, Punch, and Quick Attack. I get that it has, Air Slash, but why not switch out Quick Attack with, like, Poison Jab or something?
Actually, I don't even know if Golbat is capable of doing that. I'll look at that later, but...
Okay.
Anyway, more back onto the Pokemon Day, though. They introduced new TCG packs for Pokemon Pocket.
Yes, we did.
Featuring Arceus.
Yeah, first off, there's a Triumphant Light, the Arceus featured set, and honestly, I'm really liking it.
I agree. Plus, it introduced one of my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon, EX Glaceon.
Yeah, it actually is his favorite. And then, later on, there will be another new set to the game, featuring my favorite gimmick in all of the Pokemon series, Mega Evolution. And with that, we have now beaten Agatha. We have one member left. You win. Let's see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child.
Not to be offensive, but you didn't beat her. You dog walked that bitch.
Okay, let's get on to the next one, and I'll have to heal a little bit.
Anyways, the next thing we can add to the list is, at least the big ones I want to talk about, Pokemon Champions.
Yes, I am very curious about this. It's essentially Stadium 4. And yes, I'm counting Battle Revel.
No, if you're going by Japan, it's actually Stadium 5. They actually had a Pokemon Stadium before we did.
I actually did not.
We got a complete version. They got a semi-complete version.
Ah.
And when our version of Pokemon and Snap Stadium was released, they got theirs, and theirs was considered Stadium 2 for them. What we call Pokemon Stadium 2, they call Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver.
Huh.
Which, a fun fact about that, Pokemon Stadium 2, at least in the US, the cartridge is a mixture of gold and silver, if you look at it.
Okay.
Which I have a copy on my shelf here.
Okay, sorry, I'm just going over my team right now. Oh, I see that now. That's actually pretty
It's
cool.
even got a little bit of shimmer on both sides.
Yeah, I definitely do see that with the gold side on here, and of course on the sticker. That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spent 25 years trying to get that damn game.
All right, what else we got?
And last but not least, Pokemon ZA.
Yes. Honestly, I really like that they finally gave us some new details about it. People may hate on Chikorita, but I don't think that's actually a bad choice for the grass type.
I do question the water type.
No, I don't know if you've seen this, but there was this poll that was taken last week, like shortly after the announcements were made on who their favorite of the three starters are, and Totodile won, at like what, 55%. I think 20 something for Tepig, and the rest for Chikorita.
The reason I don't, how do I phrase? I'd say they don't fit, but if I'm honest, did the Legend Arceus starters really fit all that well either?
Well, okay.
Because think about this.
If we're
I'm calling it Sinnoh because it is based on one of the provinces of Japan.
Yep.
Bringing in Oshawott, which was a New York style Unova starter, and then bringing in Rowlet, which was a Hawaiian grass starter.
Yep.
So you make the argument they didn't really fit either. So maybe introducing things like the Emperor Penguin that is Piplup didn't fit as well as we make it out to be.
That's true. All right, so real quick, we're doing the 4th battle now. So, your Chase. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You likely know that dragons are Pokemon spoken of in legends. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Pokemon League Challenge ends with me, Chase.
Fun fact, Lance is the Elite Four leader of the first 2 generations.
Yes, he is.
Yet in the entirety of Gens 1 and 2, there's only 4 dragon Pokemon.
Yeah, there are.
Dratini, what is Dratini? Dragonair.
Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite.
And Kingdra.
Yes.
And at least in Generation 2, Lance does not use a Kingdra whatsoever.
No, he does not. Alright, so real quick, his first Pokemon, as you see here, is a Seadra, level 54, with the moves Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, and Hyper Beam.
Ironically enough, my statement, re-evolution into a Kingdra.
Yes, but given that they only have all the Pokemon from Kanto, it makes sense that Kingdra's not here.
Now, Kingdra is actually the signature Pokemon of Lance because it's Claire, the Blackthorn City Gym leader.
Yes. Alright, Venusaur's level 53. Electabuzz level 43. Alright, next up, he's sending out Aerodactyl. I'm just gonna keep him behind this, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use Bouncy Bubble with it being a rock flying type. Also a good idea, him using Rock Slide on me. Ooh, that's the hell of awesome.
My only big problem with fighting people that use Rock Slide like that is Rock Slide is a flinchable move.
It is.
It is a bitch when it happens.
It really is. That's what happened to Venusaur in the fight against Bruno. Now, honestly, like as I said, with the announcements of what came out for Pokemon Day, it's equal parts exciting and kind of boring.
I call it mid.
Yeah, honestly, like, as someone who plays the mobile games, the announcement of Brennan May, those having that was good, and they actually are good units.
For me, look, I have no illusions of us getting the old school Pokemon games anytime soon.
Oh no, in fact, real quick, there was a rumor going around that there were going to be 2 different port collections coming, one of each having different versions of the first 3 generations. One was supposed to have Red, Silver, Ruby, and Fire Red. The other one was supposed to have Blue, Silver, Sapphire, and Leaf Green. Real quick, this is a Gyarados that is level 54 with the moves Waterfall, Iron Tail, and Hyper Beam. And Aerodactyl had Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Hyper Beam.
Now, there's some argument between the anime and games whether or not Lance's signature Pokemon should be a Dragonite or the mythical Red Gyarados.
Yeah, that's a good question.
In the anime, his signature Pokemon tends to be the Red Gyarados, but in the game, it's always Dragon.
Yes. All right, Alakazam is level 44. And finally, and next up is his Charizard. Alright, Charizard here is level 54 with the moves Air Slash, Dragon Pulse, and Hyper Beam. Alright, use Bouncy Bubble to go ahead and heal from this. More than half the health, that's amazing. With a critical hit, that's pretty good.
But the game I was hoping we'd get, I think it was what, 6 or 7 years ago, we got the Mystery Dungeon and remake.
Yeah, you were hoping for Explorers of
Sky.
Yeah, that would have been pretty damn good.
Granted, I have Explorers of Sky for the Wii U and everything, but I just love to have it on the Switch.
Yeah, my favorite of all those Mystery Dungeon games was definitely Explorers of Time. That was incredible back then.
That was the one I originally got when I got my DS all those years ago. I'm not kidding, that was actually the first game I ever got with my first DS.
Huh. Okay, and finally his ace Pokemon, Dragonite. Level 55 with the moves Outrage, Fire Punch, and Hyper Beam. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with Glitzy Glow. You see, you want to be careful with the typing because of it being Dragon. Moves are gonna be a little, you gotta be careful. I should have stuck with having, the Fairy type move because of it being Dragon. But we're just gonna see how far we can go with all this. I'm gonna hit it with Buzzy Buzz, just paralyze it and try to give me a couple chances here.
Interesting enough, good little organ paralyzed, by the way.
Thank you. But it's gonna get knocked out with that Outrage. Ooh, 1 HP, awesome.
And now Dragonite should be confused.
No, actually.
Okay, it's got one more in it.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna use Bouncy Bubble, you know.
But what I was gonna say is, interesting enough, in Generation 1, you could cheese this fight.
Oh yeah, how so?
The AI from Generation 1 are programmed to always use super effective moves if possible.
Okay.
You could go into this fight.
Oh, and now it's confused after missing with Outrage. That's actually pretty funny.
You could go into this. So you could go into this fight with a level 1 Abra, and it would inevitably struggle itself.
Huh. That's actually pretty
Dragonite
interesting.
only had one Psychic type move. Yes, in Generation 1, Psychic beat Psychic. It's like Dragon beat Dragon back then.
Yeah. Okay, so Eevee's down
one
right
Psychic
now.
type move back in the day was Agility, which back in the day was a Psychic type.
Instead of just normal now.
And it would Agility itself into struggle.
Huh.
It's a horrible way to win it, but it worked.
I'm gonna stick with Charizard even though it's probably gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, you've got Dragon Claw on that, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a Dragon Pulse, I think.
I just saw the dragon again colors. So.
Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage.
Okay.
Real quick.
The bottom bitch with the dragon.
Oh, God, yeah.
Generation 1, that was the only dragon type move.
Yes, it was.
Generation 2, they introduced the Dragon Pulse.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, not Dragon Pulse, they introduced Dragon Breath.
Oh! Snapped out of confusion, went right back to it. That's honestly hilarious.
Yeah, Dragon Pulse didn't come about until Generation 4.
Alright.
And down goes Lance.
Yep. Alright, do you want to go ahead and go against Trace, or you want to stop it here?
We'll end the video here, because we'll be able to talk through the credits a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, Chase, you are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge left. There's one more trainer to face. That trainer is... I knew it! They were keeping him from us! Hello there, Chase. Congratulations on your victory over Lance. What's with that look of surprise? Your timing is perfect, Professor. Chase, the one you will face is... Professor Oak! Well, not really. It's Trace. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the Pokemon League champion. That's right. In the past, trainers who defeated the Elite Four were only recorded as champions. However, this time, we will officially be establishing the champion as a part of the Pokemon League. Professor Oak is here to officiate the crowning of the new champion. It only seems fitting that it should be either you or Trace. You're the two who took care of Team Rocket, after all. Now then, head onward to the stage of your final battle. Man, hard to believe that we're already here. Well, this was definitely a nice discussion that we had of everything that happened for Pokemon Day. I'm honestly excited to see how those games are going to be. Especially ZA, because honestly, the gameplay looks to be a little better than it was in Arceus.
I am excited for ZA, but just based on the trailer we got, I'm more excited than for Champions. The idea of Megas going up against Terastallizing, and that might also open the door for freaking Z moves too in that.
That'd be nice, yeah. I don't know. That was the one gimmick that kind of fell.
Z moves was a little weird. There's a chance we'll see Dynamaxing.
I don't doubt that, honestly.
And it's, to me, I think it's cool because it's gonna
Intriguing.
No, it's gonna work alongside Pokemon Home.
Okay. Interconnected.
I guess.
Okay. Go ahead.
Integrate. That's what I think of.
Okay. All right.
But I think.
Yeah, we're done here. What's? All right. Minutes. Yeah, we're fine. We can go ahead and end it here. And in the next episode, we're gonna go against the champion Trace. Till then, this has been Chaos Cross.
I've been Old School Matt.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. See ya.
Peace.